After a dramatic end to the conference finals, let's get some insight from NBA journalist Kaan Kural. Kaan, the finals are here, but we've got one team who've never won a championship, another who last won it in 1971. I mean, are you surprised by the Bucks and Suns matchup?
Well, kind of, but when you follow the playoff run of both teams, of all 16 participating teams, it was like a Hunger Games kind of atmosphere. So the more healthy, the more lucky, and a little bit more prepared ones made to the finals. But this year's playoffs will always be remembered with many players that have been injured and many teams that have been decimated by these injuries. So many people are calling this the Hunger Games playoffs.
As you said, the NBA postseason has been marred by injuries to star players, and it seems like the finals may be no different. Will Giannis Antetokounmpo play? And if he does, is he going to be healthy enough?
Well, nobody knows for sure yet. He might play, and people are optimistic that he might play in the first game eventually. But the thing is, even if he plays, he might not be 100%. And the extent of the injury that he has suffered seemed a little bit worse than it was first. Much better than it was first thought, because when we first saw the injury, it seemed like he wouldn't play for maybe a year, but he's okay now. There is a reason that he's called the Greek freak, because he's anatomically a little bit different. They said that he has practiced, but I don't think he'll be 100%. But how much, how effective will he be? We'll just watch. I mean, maybe he'll play in the first game, maybe he'll play in the second game, maybe he'll be effective, maybe not, but we will have to wait and see.
Yes, well, the one player that is fit, Chris Paul, will obviously be on a hunt to secure that one prize that's eluded his 16-year career. What do you think the Bucks need to do to really silence him, particularly if they're missing Giannis?
Well, the thing is, they've got good matchup for Chris Paul. I mean, Drew Holiday, the Milwaukee Bucks point guard, is a very tough, very powerful, and likes these one-on-one defensive matchups. So they can put Drew Holiday and Chris Paul and probably make it very hard on him physically. But the thing is, nowadays, defense is not always one-on-one. Drew Holiday is a good option, but Milwaukee Bucks has been trying these switching defenses that switch their defender on every screen. So maybe they'll try it, but their main defensive anchor will be Drew Holiday, and he might do a good job because it's a good matchup for him.
Well, the Bucks are one of the league's best defensive teams. Is that going to cause a problem to the Suns?
Well, of course. I mean, especially just we have talked about, Drew Holiday will be a very tough matchup for Chris Paul, and of course, Chris Middleton will be probably on Devin Booker. And inside, they are very tough, very powerful, and very physical. But the thing is, Phoenix has a very good continuity, and they have many more players in their rotation that they can put on the floor. They play like 9 or 10 deep. At this very moment, even if Giannis plays, Milwaukee plays like 7 or 8 deeps, and they've been to very hard games. They've been the more tired of the two teams. I think Phoenix, because they've been in a very physical matchup against Los Angeles Clippers, they'll probably be ready. But Milwaukee will definitely slow Phoenix down. But will they slow them down enough to overcome their own, Milwaukee's own offensive difficulties? We'll see. But I think Phoenix has a little bit edge at this moment.
Well, one thing's for certain, it's going to be a very exciting battle. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for. Kaan Kural, NBA journalist, thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me.